Hey folks, Eric the Maker GM here. I'm going to do a short series of a few videos that does a comparison of the 1/72nd scale fine molds Millennium Falcon. This has been re-released under the Revell name in the United States. It was done by a Japanese company, Fine Molds, some years back, and it's available again. At the same time, Bandai, another Japanese company, has released the perfect grade Millennium Falcon, also in 1/72nd scale. So I had a couple of people, I did an unboxing video kind of showing what was in the Bandai kit, and had a couple people comment about things like, you know, they'd like to see how it compared to the Fine Molds kit, which is about half the price. So let's do a comparison. So first of all, we have here the instruction manual from the Fine Molds kit, and over here the instruction manual from the Bandai kit. So I think it's notable, the Fine Molds kit is just printed on standard paper, and the Bandai is a nice glossy, at least on the covers. It's more got kind of a cover stock, a little bit thicker for the cover, and then thinner paper inside, so it's more like a book. Other thing to notice is that the Bandai instructions are, this book is about twice the page count of the Fine Molds one. Fine Molds is a little bit larger in format, but there's a lot of stuff missing from it. So first of all, the Bandai instructions have a bunch of reference photos, some of them of the kit, some of them scenes from the movie. You know, it's pretty nice. Whereas when you open up, not quite as much. Once you get into it, both have a pretty nice layout of the various sprues and what's included with the kit. But the Bandai also includes some basic instructions on how to remove parts from the sprues, tools that you might need, stuff like that. That's completely missing from the Fine Mold stuff. Now, arguably, these kits are not kits for people who are new to building models. You don't spend $200 on a Fine Molds kit or $400 on a Bandai kit when you don't know what you're doing building models. It's just not the market. So maybe this is a little bit overkill, but still it's kind of nice that they included all of these things. Another thing that's immediately apparent from comparing these is the Bandai kit has a battery and electronics pack for lighting the kit. Fine Molds doesn't have any of those lighting options. When we start to get into instructions, you can see that a lot of the Bandai instructions include the computer files that were used for visualization of building the model, whereas the Fine Molds kit is all just line drawings of the individual parts. Neither of these has a huge amount of additional instruction or detail in it, although the Bandai kit does have a few little call-outs here and there where they talk about the kit or how you're supposed to put parts together, how you actually assemble them, and that kind of thing. Whereas the Fine Molds has almost none of that. The only thing it has is some color call-outs here and there. So just looking at the instructions, I think the Bandai kit is a clear winner. It's a nicer format. The pictures are, at least to me, a lot more clear about what they're talking about, and I think that the Bandai kit is a superior presentation. Also, the Bandai kit includes in the instruction manual some illustrations of the ship and where you would put particular colors if you wanted to replicate the Millennium Falcon, rather than just a generic YT-1300. So there we go, starting off. Yeah, I think the Bandai instruction manual is a little bit nicer.